What's up, guys? I got another, pardon me, cough that just will not go away. That wasn't what I'm here to show you. I got this interesting box today. It's a box I've been waiting for quite some time. And I figured, you guys in the past have liked my tech stuff. So I know I've been uploading a lot of Twitch clips and things like that, and I appreciate anybody who's been watching those. Um, but for any of you who followed me, after the laptop stuff, things like that, this one's for you. Let's open her up and share what's inside. Trying to do this in a way that doesn't expose my information. The Steam Deck, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at some of what's in here. Plug it in. Go figure. Little detailed diagram of the Steam Deck here. So I don't know what that QR code's for. I'm sure it's like a setup guide or something. Let's see what we got. I know you gotta, it's the classic unboxing thing. You gotta tease out the main attraction. So this is the 512 gig version. So this one has the 512 SSD. It has I think it's like the special etched screen. I don't remember the exact details, but I think it's supposed to like handle like direct sunlight better and things like that. And it comes with an exclusive case, I believe. What is this? What are you? Oh, this is the power adapter. Thought that's what it was, and if I had read. All right, let's see. So a beefy little power adapter. It's not one of those like, sorry, I got to remember where the camera is. It's not one of those like folding ones, so it is what it is. It does not detach. Of course, it is. I am so sorry, pardon me. It is USB-C, of course, because any modern device should be. We're not in the Stone Age anymore. We're going to put that there. Let's get this box out of the way. And let's focus on, again, the main attraction, the deck. So I pre-ordered this, I thought, relatively early. It turns out I was in the second wave. Pardon me, guys. So I was in the second wave. I got my invite last week. I think any of that's super important. There's like a peel thing. It's great. There's like a little perforated like peel thing here, but you don't need it. It just slides right off. The deck in its case, in its lovely, lovely case. This is actually a pretty nice case. Is it sealed? Oh, it's like locked. Wow. They got their own little branded lock for this. Is this like a little twist off thing, or how does this work? Yeah, because it's locked in. Do I cut it? I have to imagine, probably not, but maybe. Let's see. Wish me luck. Yep, we cut it. Yeah, you know what? I don't foresee this opening in transit, but hell, why take any chances? Ladies and gentlemen, the Steam Deck. So this has a very nice inner lining. This thing, I don't know if you guys can fully appreciate this. I don't know if the microphone's going to pick it up or not, but that is a hefty sounding case. Front, side, back. It's got wow. What is this? Got like a little like elastic little storage compartment back here that had this little like bag, I guess like a little accessory bag thing. That's neat. That was tucked in the back here. It's got a really, hold on, let me temporarily seal this back up. let's do the case overview while it's in there. A good handle. It feels sturdy. Like this thing, even the zippers are wrapped in plastic. How much? But like I've had a lot of cases over the years. Hold on, I'm trying to find something. Here it is. So it's a little worn and dusted, but I was doing some digging. I found my old PS Vita case from back in the day. This thing, it's got my PlayStation TV in it. This was from the launch Vita, the 3G version that came out like a week earlier than the other Vitas. So this is kind of like, this was included with the Vita. So it's also a very nice, very sturdy case for the Vita. I don't know if you hear that, but got some punch. So this is the case against which I compare all others. I have a Switch case for like my Hori controllers. It was a cheap case. It definitely felt like a cheap case, you know, but it gets the job done. This thing always felt nice to use, and you know, it obviously you could see the little divots there where my little nubs were. So obviously, you know, it was protecting them. So the Steam Deck has quite the pedigree to live up to, and I like that you can lock it. You know, it's a little thing, but why not? It's a very nice, soft feeling interior. Like this is, dare I say, luxurious. It's almost got like that Alcantara feel that the Surface keyboards have. This is very nice. Very good to the, feels good to the touch. Wow. That's the deck right there in all its glory. Steam Deck, we got the touchpads. What is this? Oh, it's a cleaning cloth that's included. You got a little strap here. I get. Oh, this is to lift out the deck. Okay, that's clever. That's like the little battery compartment thing. I believe this is a micro. Yeah, this should just be a microfiber cloth Steam Deck. Nothing going on the back, but yeah, we got that. Let's see. Ooh. I'm not a fan. First impressions, I am not a fan of how firm these shoulder buttons are. They have a really nice click to them. My microphone is very like specifically designed to not pick up certain sounds, but where I'm recording this, sometimes it picks that stuff up, so I don't know if you hear it. It's got a very nice click to it, but there is like a lot of, I feel like with the fingers I'm using, you know, maybe it's not too bad, because actually I think I'm realizing that's what it is. So I'm thinking pull it like this. It's actually more of a push on the back here, and this is actually much nicer than this motion because there's not as much travel on this side from the feel of it. But you know, just kind of pushing flat on it like this actually is a much better feeling. It's just something I'll have to get used to. Are the touchpads supposed to move like that? Do these click? I don't know, but like there's a lot of movement there, and I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. For all I know, it is. Ooh, really nice click on the joysticks. They're a lot less. God, I'm trying to remember. Convex is when they're indented. I'm not looking it up. I'm just gonna hope I'm correct. They're not as convex as I thought they'd be. Like they're not flush. There's definitely like a little like divot. There's a catch there. It's not bad feeling. Like I don't feel like I'm going anywhere. I'm definitely like, you know, sliding a little bit. Like I don't know if you guys can see. So like if I start in the middle and I kind of go crazy like this, see how the thumb kind of rolls off? But I mean, you're also working in a much smaller profile when you're comparing it to, say, like a DualSense. Forgive the dust on there, but like when you're comparing the joystick there, the DualSense has a Also not very convex, but like the DualSense has a better like grip on the edge, like that lip on the edge does a better job kind of catching you. But I don't hate it. I just want to be clear. I don't hate the way it feels. These buttons up here are fine. They're a little mushy. I was actually kind of expecting them to have a little more click. I promised you I'm not going into this just like trying to rip the Steam Deck a new one. I didn't buy the most expensive one because I wanted it to be bad. This D-pad feels pretty exceptional. I am not much of a D-pad guy. You know, Xbox D-pad is a lot better than it used to be, but still not. Even the PlayStation D-pad is like good. It's not, I don't think it's as good as it used to be in some cases, but it's still good. But this thing, like, this genuinely feels nice. This is a quality D-pad. Holy crap. And it's really like, at least for my hands, it's in a really good position where like, you know, down, left, right all feel good. Top is like you know, almost pushing it a little bit, but it's still comfortable. Like I don't really have any complaints about that. The texture on the trackpads is actually very nice. That's probably not going to, okay, no, it comes through a little bit on the camera. It kind of matches the edges, but it's definitely, oh, hello. It's definitely a, I'm trying to think of how I want to put this. It's definitely like a more noticeable texture on here. They look similar kind of looking across, but there's a more granular feel to this. Like you can feel the texture in this, whereas this is like kind of smooth, but like a little textured. This is noticeably so. These face buttons actually also feel pretty good. They're a little I think that B for my hands, that B might not actually be too great. I can already kind of feel it like right around here. Hold on. Let me. Yeah, like this just goes to show you, you know, what it is with Sony and PlayStation. You know, they've had decades, excuse me, literal decades to perfect their craft, and like I don't feel like the strain there. You know, let's yeah, like I don't feel like these controllers are exceptional. And then just to be fair, let's pull out. So this is the other. The Steam Deck D-pad feels better than the Pro Controller D-pad. The Pro Controller D-pad doesn't have as much travel, or it doesn't feel like it has as much travel as the Steam Deck D-pad. I like this D-pad much better than the Pro Controller. So I guess the closest comparison would actually be, I think, the Xbox controller, because the new Xbox controller has a lot of travel. Yeah, the new Xbox controller has a lot of travel, not as much resistance. The PlayStation controller definitely has a little more resistance to it. It's kind of like a mix between the Xbox, I think, has a more satisfying kind of like tactile feel when it kind of hits its actuation, when it kind of bottoms out. And then the Pro controller here kind of just bottoms out, and there's not really like that. There's a good button press, but it's not like exceptional. Like hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. The deck feels like a mix between, it doesn't quite have that feel of the Xbox controller, but I actually like it better than the Pro controller, aside from the Pro controller's layout. And actually, now that I'm kind of going through, maybe it was just how I was holding it before, kind of like this, but you know, kind of getting a good grip, like we're kind of like following the guides of where the grip is. Actually, that B button is perfectly fine. I really like the click on these sticks. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna blame my initial impressions on positioning. I actually think these buttons are totally fine. I have no real complaints about them. Again, I just feel like the little menu button and the little screen capture option up here, they're a little mushy. It's not a good press. I will say that. It's not a good press. And these buttons up here, these are probably lesser used little settings, I assume. I guess this is like options and then settings and then the Steam button. They're not going to get used as much. There's very little travel on these and very little click. They're fine. Got your volume buttons up here. Ooh. See, this is this upsets the hell out of me because these feel really good to push. There's no way you're reaching these with your index finger. If you're changing the volume on your Steam Deck, you're either reaching all the way up. Like if you're just playing and you're like, oh, I want to change the volume, you are completely shifting your grip to get to these. It's not terrible. I might actually be more of a thumb person here instead of kind of reaching all the... Instead of giving the Steam Deck a reach over. This is a mature channel. I might be more of like a thumb guy and just kind of... These buttons have a very... This almost has like a fidget cube click to it that just feels very satisfying, very tactile. I really, really like this. These buttons feel really good. The bumpers... One thing I would change immediately. These bumpers, there's a large space at the top of the bumpers. So, just as an example, let's take the Xbox controller. The thing with the Xbox controller with its bumpers, you see how they take up almost the entirety of the top of the controller? Or let's say with the Pro controller, again, almost, most of the usable space, a little smaller than the Xbox One, but like you won't mistake your positioning like this. You know this isn't right. You're going to reach up here and that's going to feel right. Same thing on the PlayStation. They're large enough buttons. You're not going to confuse your positioning. They feel like right where they should be. When I go for a similar feel on the deck, my fingers rest in this big space because these bumpers are closer to where I expect the triggers to start. This is definitely something I can get used to over time, but just kind of like the way I naturally hold the device, like the way I'm kind of like sitting here and I'm like, oh, this is really comfortable to interact with all these buttons. When you look where my fingers are, I'm not really in a position, when I come down like that, but my fingers are kind of resting on that plastic. I promise I'm not doing this on purpose. Pardon me. I'm sorry, guys. I was sick a couple weeks ago, and the cough just will not go away. I think that the bumpers, if they were a little longer, like coming up, I think it would be an improvement. But I understand that Valve did what they had to do. The triggers feel fine. They almost have... They kind of have that... You know what it is? So I think this is the Razer Wolverine, I think it is. Yeah, it's the Wolverine Tournament Edition. And so with this one, this has like the little adjustable little throws. The Steam Deck feels like a controller with an adjustable kind of throw on these triggers. And again, this one, yeah, these buttons. I don't know how I ever managed. Wow, this actually feels a lot more like the Steam Deck joysticks. Very clicky buttons. I don't know why I ever used this thing. I'm glad I got the series controllers because this is... Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. But it has the feel... There's my little thing there, the intelligent design. It has that feel of a of a trigger that can have like an adjustable throw. And I don't think it does. But that's just the feel of it. If you've ever experienced like one of those controllers, like probably like a Scuff or anything like that, where you can, or like an Elite controller where you can adjust the throw distance, that's what they feel like. It's not a bad feeling. I want to be clear, it's not a bad feeling. My only genuine gripe with this device, having not played anything on it yet, the bumper positioning and just these buttons being a little mushy, but they're probably totally usable. My real only complaint holding this thing is the bumpers, and it's something I'll have to get used to. I wish the joysticks were a little more convex. I wish they had a little more of like a lip here to grab you, but it's something I'm definitely willing to adjust to. Because this thing, and honestly, holding this thing is. Let's talk about that for a second. This thing's kind of incredible to hold. Like, wow. Like, this thing. Huh. I'm just kind of realizing that I've been holding it and like it's not like it doesn't feel like heavy. It doesn't feel straining. Granted, I have been resting. Let me move this because I've been resting on that. This thing really doesn't feel bad to hold like at all. That's damned impressive for a device this size because this is almost as big or maybe about as big. I have the Hori controllers for my Switch. Actually, let me grab my Switch real quick just for a size comparison. This is that case. So this is like, again, a cheap case for a Switch. Not nearly as nice. But let's pop this bad boy out and do a little compare. This is the same size as my Switch with my Hori joysticks. Now this is the OLED Switch. Sorry. So the screen's a little bigger on this one, probably a lot closer actually to the Steam Deck. Definitely more of a widescreen experience on the Switch. And honestly, like the profiling on these is the Switch is definitely smaller, but it's not that much smaller. Very actually. I think I might like the. I think the joysticks feel better on the Steam Deck, but they grip better on this. The D-pad is no contest. The D-pad on the Steam Deck is infinitely better than this. I do recommend these controllers to anybody who spends any amount of time like really playing on their Switch and likes that pro controller experience, but doesn't want to like put their Switch up and play with a separate controller. These things are incredible. Like these things make me tolerate playing in handheld mode, which I I have a lot I need to play on this still, so maybe I should leave this out and actually play something. Yeah. This is kind of an astounding piece of technology. Let's power it on. Let's see if it powers on or if I actually have to plug it in. I don't feel the fans going. Does this thing come dead? Oh shit, it might. Let me plug it in, I guess. So if if you guys have any games or anything that you want me to test on this, I will hopefully be doing more stuff around this. I've kind of been waiting for the Steam Deck to be able to do some more tech stuff. If there are any games or anything you guys want me to cover with this, if you want to know, hey, how does this perform, this or that? Unfortunately, my favorite game, Destiny 2, does not work on the deck at this time. I'm really hoping that Bungie accommodates that in the future. But regardless of that, so I still have my Zephyrus, so that's not going anywhere, and that's going to be kind of my Destiny machine. That's going to be my more hardcore gaming machine. Ideally, what I wanted the deck for... Wow, you can really actually... I'm seeing... You guys can't see it from that angle, but like, there you go. You can kind of see how it's diffusing the light there. That's actually really nice. Like, it's not quite a matte finish. I'm afraid to touch the screen because, like, I don't want to fingerprints on it, but it is a very nice screen. this is going to be kind of like my quick hit, kind of, play older games, play some simpler games like indies and stuff like that. And then I am going to emulate the hell out of some PS2 games. I'm going to be real with you guys because I heard this thing does a great job emulating. I am going to do everything I can to get emulators on this. If you're interested, I do also have a Retroid Pocket 2 Plus, which came in finally. So I've been playing some stuff on that. If you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know. But I'm gonna plug this in. I want to show it to you turned on. I have a million power strips and simultaneously nowhere to plug anything in. And I just unplugged it. God damn it. Yeah, a million power strips, nowhere to plug it in. So yeah, so this plugs in only from the top. White LED. Let's see. Turns on now. Oh, I heard a beep. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm leaving it now. It's doing its thing. Here we go. The deck is turning on. Forgive me, guys. I have a better setup for this. I'm just using the webcam today because I got it. I was excited and I really wanted to open it. I do have a better setup planned for this stuff in the future. Let's just see what happens, though. That screen actually looks really nice. Okay, it's still beeping. I'm not gonna make you guys wait forever. I don't if I don't think it's gonna do anything. I think it's just chilling. It probably needs more charge to go through the setup, but yeah. So I guess I owe you guys a follow up once we have everything in place. But I appreciate everybody who watched, and yeah, I'm hoping to do more stuff for you guys who enjoy the tech. And yeah, I'll hopefully get better at this. But yeah, that's all for today. The Steam Deck initial impressions are, I think I already hear the fan. Oh, hold on. Oh, we did it. Okay. We did it. The deck is on. Here we go. We made it. Yeah, I owe you guys a follow up for this once we have focus. Hey, come on. Whoa. There we go. I will have my better setup next time. I'll probably try and do another video this week once I have some games running on it. But I appreciate everybody who watched. I appreciate everybody who took the time. I know this is a long video, but again, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you'll come back and see more about the deck. Again, if you wanted to see like a video on the Retroid or anything like that, or if you see any other like miscellaneous tech on my desk and you're like, hey, what are those speakers or what's that, go ahead, ask. And if you want, I can do something for it. I appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Take it easy. Bye-bye.